Hello and welcome to another episode of AWSP's News You Can Use. We'd like to thank all of you who sent a teacher leader to our first ever Aspiring School Leaders event last week. It was an incredible day. Teacher leaders might have started the day with some reservation about becoming a principal, but walked out inspired to take that next step. Remember, we can't build a pipeline of future school leaders unless you take the initiative to encourage them to lead. At that great event, one participant asked James Hester, the principal of Washington High School in the Franklin Pierce School District, why he wanted to become a principal. His answer? To put together a team of adults who would work together to prove that anything was possible for the kids in his school. And James and his team have done just that. Looking for amazing ways to build a culture, an incredible culture in your school? Contact James at Washington High School. Katie O'Brien, principal of Hazen High School in the Renton School District, also spoke at our event, along with other elementary and middle school principals. She shared one of her coping strategies with the group when asked how she deals with the daily chaos. Her answer? Simple. She makes sure she is intentional about scheduling joy into her day. What a great advice for all of us. As long as we're still talking about aspiring school leaders, we'd like to highlight a great resource available through the Wallace Foundation. It's their Principal Pipeline podcast. Their first episode explores how to attract and retain effective school leaders. Find it on their website or wherever you listen to your podcasts. Have you registered yet for the annual WASA AWSP Summer Conference in Spokane? We all know how difficult last-minute hotel arrangements can be in Spokane for this conference, so the earlier you act, the better. Curious about our keynote speakers, concurrent sessions, and other surprises? Check out our website for more info. Before we move on to things involving conferences in WASA, we should point out registration for the third annual AWSP, WASA, and WASDA Equity Conference opens on March 1st. Find more information and register on the WASA website. This Thursday, Mandy Manning, our current State Teacher of the Year, will be prepping for her first trip to DC. She is one of 4 finalists for the National Teacher of the Year honors. If you have an incredible teacher deserving of Teachers of the Year honors, head over to OSPI's website to nominate them. There's one more nomination we want to put out there. AWSL is looking for a high school sophomore from Eastern Washington to serve a 2-year term on the AWSL Steering Committee and as one of the student representatives on the State Board of Education. Find the nomination information in Principal Matters or email Susan Fortin with questions. The deadline for nominations is February 27th. For the 3rd year in a row, Ready Washington is encouraging students to submit videos about why they opt in for better education. The contest, open to Washington Public High School students, will award 5 students with $1,000 scholarships and allow them to nominate a teacher of their choice for a $100 Visa gift card. If you know a public high school student in our state who could use the $1,000 for college, send them to the ReadyWA website. Speaking of getting students ready for college, FINAO and Richard Sherman are launching their campus coverage campaign. Can't remember what FINAO is? We've partnered with FINAO, an app letting students lead in the creation of goals and actions reflecting their entire self and their youth culture for every group, club, team, event, and activity within their school. All of it student-led and student-owned. After being asked to serve on FINAO's Student Advisory Council, a Snohomish High School student said, "I'd be happy to be on the Student Advisory Council for FINAO. I really believe FINAO helped me in my own life, and I love its mission." Get in touch for more information about FINAO or head over to FINAOeducation.com. One final thought before you go. As a reminder to continue focusing on each and every child and to honor Black History Month, we leave you with a quote by African-American educator, author, and pioneer of effective schools research, Dr. Ronald Edmonds. "We can, whenever and wherever we choose, successfully teach all children whose schooling is of interest to us. We already know more than we need to do that. Whether or not we do it depends on how we feel about the fact that we haven't so far." Well, that's it from all of us here at AWSP, and as always, keep up the great work for kids, and we'll see you next time. Okay. A few little blurps and blubbles. So we're just going to see how far we can go until Scott screws it up. It wasn't clean. There's just a few little sloopers. Not my fault. Not my fault.
Hit the pedal?
Yep. Woo! Woo! It's like a joy. Okay.
Hope you're ready for the next episode. Hey.